Hi guys, how are you? Hopefully you can hear us. We'll wait for some more people to join us. I was a bit more organised this week, just a little bit. Apart from this part, the sooner I can do it on my phone, the better, because then I can just copy and paste everything. Hopefully you've had a great week already, which is fantastic. No, I have. It's been a bit busy, but it's how I like it. Cool. Right, guys, give it another minute or two, and then we will start. So, today's live is going to be about success and what that looks like. And what I mean by that is, what does success look like to you, and how do you know you're on the right path? How do you know that you've achieved what you want to achieve? This live is going to be a bit more on what my story on Instagram was about on Saturday. If you're not following us on Instagram, fucking what are you doing? Follow us. I've got some good shit on there. So I was listening to a podcast this week, the Canine Paradigm, fucking great podcast. Two great guys, Glenn Cook, Pat Stewart, amazing. Honestly, I think you should really listen to it. It's not just all about dog training. There's some fucking funny bits there. Two Aussies, amazing. Anyway, and Pat Stewart brought this up, and it was the sense that how do you know where you're going in your training? What does success look like? Because to me, as a dog trainer, I know what success looks like for me. I know what success could look like for you guys, for people who come to us, because I see a lot of dogs with a lot of great potential. And I've been guilty of this in the past where I've gone to the point where we're going to work harder and get to the point where this dog is going to achieve absolutely everything it can achieve. However, I've been a bit of an arsehole in that sense because I've not taken into consideration the owners and what they want. Does that make sense? So it may be successful for me and it may be successful for the dog, but in the actual grand scheme of things, it's not successful for anyone because I'm not helping those owners get to where they want to be. And ultimately, that's my job. So it really makes me step back, and I've done this probably psychologically, not even thinking about it over the past few months. Definitely say about 6 months, maybe a year, where if someone's come into me and said, I want to achieve this, that's what we've worked towards within reason. So it's more of a sense that you need to, when you're going to your trainer, have a element of what success looks like and what success is, and how you know that you've achieved that. For instance, if you want to be able to have your dog off lead and be able to have reliable recall to come back to you, that's successful. It's a target that we can achieve. That's when we know we've got there. And if we get to that point, that's it. You've been successful in your dog training. Now, that's not to say that you can't change your goals as you go along, because you might achieve that real quick. And then you might want to do something else, whether that be you want to go to the dog park every single week, or you want to go on play dates with your mates' dogs and still have that predictability and biddability. I've got a client, and I reference them a lot, and I'm sure they won't mind me saying this. I've got a client who, I mean, they haven't trained with us for a long time now. They've gone off and they're fucking loving life. But they wanted to be able to take the dog anywhere, and she was a bit of a fiend for the water, whether it be a fucking puddle or a lake, she'd want to jump into it. And they go paddleboarding a lot. And they wanted to be able to take her to these places, knowing that she can't always jump into the lake, because sometimes it could be the wrong lake or not allowed to be jumping into it. So that was their gate. That was their aim, and that's what we achieved. We achieved that through training, where they were able to go paddleboarding and she just swim around and what have you, but also go to the same paddleboarding areas and places with large bodies of water, and know that they can recall her back from water because she's not allowed to go swimming in that moment. And they're off now going on the beach, and they've got fucking great recall, and don't have to put the dog on a lead anywhere, and they're loving life. And that we achieved that because they came to me when this is what we want to achieve. So when it comes to going to or employing a trainer, you would need to know what you want to achieve, and it needs to be to the point where you can put a pinpoint into it. Does that make sense? Because if not, the problem that you get is you are running around in circles. You don't know really what the end goal is or how you know the steps to get to where you want to be. Okay. Another good point for this is you need to know, or both you and your trainer would need to know, how to achieve that. And if you can't put a plan into place, then it's probably not either the right goal or the trainer's not for you. So this has prompted me in my consultation to say, what does success look like for you? Another thing, and this actually helps you maintain your training and maintain the journey that you're on. And I'll tell you a story about this in a minute, is have waypoints along the way so you know that you're on the right path. So for instance, if it's off lead freedom, you want your dog to be completely off lead, well, the waypoints along the way could be, okay, we want to have a point where your dog walks nicely on a lead, and then the next point might be, in the facility. Then it might be walks nice on a lead in a busy area. Then it might be showing engagement in a busy area and impulse control. Then it might be to the point where your dog can then be off lead in a structured environment, and then with recall. Do you see where these points start to happen, and you know that you're going in the right direction? Because all this is going to get to the point of you're going to mash them together, put them together, and go, right, your dog is now going to be off lead, showing impulse control in a busy area, and be completely engaged with you. And that is how, and then you put it to the test. You have a recall in a busy area where there's distractions and dogs. Your dog comes back, ticking the box, target achieved. Success, right? So what really helps also maintain your training and the quality of your work that you're putting in is these little waypoints, because then you're not getting too disheartened. You still know what you're trying to achieve, and you just bring it down into bite-sized chunks, right? I struggled with this in my personal training with my dog. Winter is fantastic. She's great, right, for a Frenchie. However, I didn't really have a goal for her, right? I didn't have a goal for her. She just does some crazy bits, right? Jimpy, on the other hand, I had big dreams for her. She was going to be a competition dog. She was going to be my personal protection dog. She was going to be the best dog I could be. She was going to be my my business card, right? Well, what the fuck does that mean? And what I mean by that is my opinion on that is going to be completely different to your opinion on that, right? So I worked with Jimpy in a unit effectively, very similar to mine, and she could buy and she can get to that point. I took her to a trial that was outside on fucking apparatuses and shit. She didn't know what the fuck to do, right? And I did a story about this and I did a post about this at the time, and I'm like, I can't be upset with her because I've not shown her that picture. But I wasn't successful in that, because if I was successful, I would have gone and trained to this point. I wanted to do PSA with her. I still probably could, but I don't know. I've got to certain points, and I need to know what boxes I'm ticking to know that I'm on the right track. I wouldn't know where I stand. I'm probably all over because I haven't been steady and linear in terms of what I want to achieve with her. So people come into the facility and I get her out for training and being a stooge dog. And that's great. And everyone goes, oh my goodness, I want a dog like that. Yeah. I've put a lot of hard work into her. But she's not whatever I would see as success in what I originally set out to achieve. Is she successful, and are we successful as a team in a different sense? Yes, we are, 100%. Because ultimately you guys come first. And what we want to achieve and what she helps you guys achieve, she does. So in that sense, she's a success. Let me know, guys. I want to know what you think is success with your dog. How do you know you've achieved that? And then also, if you want, break it down in terms of how do you know you're on the right track? I'll give a bit of time on this. I appreciate that you're probably having to type. It's easy in a webinar where you can just unmute yourself. Unless you can do that. I don't think you can, though. I think we had our best ever one then. We nearly had 4 viewers at one point. Look what we're saying. Success for Ted would be able to walk on a loose lead while on his way to achieving this. Fantastic. And then be able to get to an open field and have him let off lead, but recall when we need to. 100%. And that's something that we can work towards. That's something that me and you, or us 3, shall we say, or 4. Yeah, 4 including Ted, I suppose, are working towards, right? Look at what we've achieved already. Now, again, I'll use you guys as an example, right? You've come from another trainer. We had certain training days where we thought we were on the right track, and then we had to change some bits up, right? And we've changed those bits up, and look at what you've achieved now. Look at where you're able to go. You go into new areas like last week. It was a heavy weekend for you. Getting off your estate and all that type of good stuff. His lead walking's a hell of a lot better, right? We're setting that standard of what we're wanting him to understand that is acceptable, which is definitely coming in, especially through his teenager phase, which is very difficult. And like as we said in our session, and again, this is probably shit from my side of things. I've gone, well, this is what we're going to do with Ted. This is how we're going to do it. This is what I see you doing. And that might have not aligned with you in that moment. Because for whatever reason, that could have been that you think he was too far away. It may have thought that you're not ready for that. But I suppose in a way, that's my type of thing as a trainer, to say this is where we can go to. Should you want to? And that's always the case. Should you want to? And again, I'm sure you'll call me out for it. And you can also call me out here. But I may have not said that to you. Should you want to? I probably said, this is what we're going to do. And so that's the thing, right? But even guys with Ted, that is definitely completely achievable, 100%. And especially we've got some ways and means for that. And it's really I think it's gonna open your guys' eyes and really get you in there. What we got? Oh, successful is his chief knowing that we are the shit. Love it. Chief knowing that we are the shit, really knowing he can't get praised with food by anyone else, and we are more entertaining than dogs and any other type of environmental distractions. Mate, 100%. Oh, we got up to 4. Fucking hell, we're getting there. Sorry. Anyway, mate, 100%. Look at what you've achieved with Chief, right? And I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you went to a fucking busy area, right? Where there was a hell of a lot of competing motivators this weekend, and he smashed it. You smashed it. You got people coming up to you saying how well trained he is and well behaved he is. Mate, fucking A, right? He's smashed it. And so have you guys. And, you know, the food refusal side of things, we can easily work on food refusal. That's not a problem. That it just means that you tell him that that's not acceptable in that moment, but all the food comes from you. Fucking hell, go up to 5, get in. So ADHD brain's fucking kicking off all over. I'm really happy that I got 5 views already. Hit a new record. Do you know what I mean? So with regards to that, food refusal, easy. Why should he need to take food from anyone else? He doesn't, because it comes from you, because you are the shit. You are the most important people in this world. Right? But also then it comes on to, like, as we've talked about in our session, and again, Luke and Tish with Ted, right, we've said the same thing. It's about allowing the dog to still be a dog, but also making him understand that when you ask him to do something, he's got to do it, right? Go on that, go be a fucking dog, go do your own thing, go fucking, I don't know, sniff out the squirrels and try and find the rabbits and chase the ball and all that type of good stuff. But everything still comes from me, and when you tell him to do something, he does it because it's mutual respect. And again, mate, for you, environment distractions, fuck me, there's going to be so many, isn't there? So many people. But again, the more he sees it, the more he's going to understand that that's the norm, right? Do you know what dogs I'm really, owners and dogs that I'm really jealous of? You know the old blokes, right, that walk around, fucking walking stick, flat cap, paper tucked under their arm, and they've got like some fucking Jack Russell Terrier thing that just sort of walks by the side of them. Bloke's never given it any treats or love or anything like that, from what I can see. Dog just follows him, right, and then just sits down next to him while he reads the paper. Right, they're the fucking dogs I love, right? And I'd love to just sit with him and go, how have you trained your dog? And I know exactly what's going to happen. Fucking Keith there's going to go, don't know, kid. Just does it, doesn't he? Because he's not heavily influenced by fucking social media and shit. He just goes, the dog needs to do what it needs to do, and that's about it. I was saying, look, he's been at his grandparents today and went for a walk around the reservoir this morning. He's come a long way thanks to your amazing training and help. Mate, fucking, what more could you want there, right? He's gone to a new area, fucking with your grandparents, just fucking going off and smashing shit, right? Mega. And I guarantee, right, and I've said this to everybody, you'll get to the point and you'll go, oh, well, he's achieved everything we want him to achieve. He's a fucking cracking dog. Oh, what do we do now? And that's when you want to go get another dog. And that's when you go off and get one. And you go, oh, fuck. What's going on here? This dog's completely different to fucking Chief or Ted or Winter, right? So, I suppose, in the sense of it, in all honesty, I think I'll only stick to one dog going forward. It's so much easier. They can ride shotgun. Lou, I think your dog's broken, mate. If you can't fetch, he's a retriever, so we can work on that. If it's a case that he's not coming back to you, we can definitely work on that. If it's a case of he just doesn't know what to do, and you throw the ball, or throw the stick, and he just looks at you as if to go, "What? You go retrieve it." Then I think he's about broken. The sort of Jimpy can't catch. She's fucking 4 years old. I think she's caught a ball twice. That's it. You know, is what it is. Yeah, I think I'll only have one dog again. I think I'll just let him ride shotgun, do the whole thing. Again, you know the builders dogs. Yeah, you see them on TikTok and that, generally like a staff. It's like a staffy. There's a guy I think I've seen goes to fucking screw fix with his dog. Dog's fucking in there like a little Carhartt jacket on, goes in, gets all the love, comes back out, goes to sleep on passenger seat. Fucking brilliant. Chief can't catch. At least I'm not on my own. There's a long time for Chief though. Chief's only fucking nearly a year old or what have you. Jimpy's far gone. She's I don't know. She's short-sighted or something. She's bog-eyed. He runs after it but leaves it where he found it. Systematic desensitization. We can bring him back up to that. We can get him to the point that he goes, right, get it, mark it. Oh, I come back, might come back. Play might help that. More play with the thing, and then you throw it, and then he's probably going to go, oh, fucking hell, I get more play with that. Bring it back, play. That type of stuff. That could work. Tish, what you were saying, sweet. I think success will also look like Ted wanting to show us attention rather than you during our sessions. Yeah, I mean, it'll come. Look, in all seriousness, right? We've talked about this. He just knows what to expect from me, and he's I'm a little bit mean to in that sense because I make him earn that love and affection. It's almost like I'm his favorite toy that he can't play with, and he doesn't have free access to. Hence why I say to people, when you've got a training toy such as a ball or what have you, that is something that he only gets when he works, or he only gets at certain points. And Ted has just adopted that with me, and he thinks I'm the best fucking thing in the world. But he's a good dude. He's a good dude. His coordination is shite. I don't know, mate. He looked fairly coordinated yesterday when he was on his bed, on his back, paws in the air. Yeah, I think Chief is Chiefy boy. He may be going through a little bit of a fear period as well, but also two different dogs. So Ted is a retriever Irish setter, I think. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's a golden retriever Irish setter cross, right? Generally a dog that very headstrong. Both dogs are very headstrong, know what the job is, quite happy to do it, sort of thing. German Shepherds, very aloof, very in the fence of they've got to be a little bit. And again, this is probably a topic for another point, but nervy, and that does not mean, nervous. It can mean anything under the umbrella of, suspicious, defensive, again, reactive, but not in dog reactive, but reactive to things that happen. So, yeah, Chief in that sense is a bit more aloof, and he understands that he needs to be like, whoa, what's going on there? I'd expect that from a German Shepherd. That's why we get them, right? A bit like Belgian Malinois, but they're German Shepherds on crack. So they're the type of dogs that, want to go kill everything. But again, as Chief in this sense gets used to it, right, and become a bit, we build that relationship up a little bit more, then it works. But also, he still does what he needs to do when I ask him to, or when we show him to. But also, there's points that you won't mind that when it comes to other people. Yeah, think if it comes to other people trying to give him food and trying to entice him away from you, you don't want him to go fucking damn right straight in there, right? You want him to go, oh, can I? Dad, can I? Mum, can I? Yeah. So you can work up for it from there. That went a little bit different, didn't it? Compared to success. I also think success would be Ted being happy to chill in some scenarios, but we're working on that. We're training the dog in front of us. Since we looked through that lens, progress is flying. Fucking mega. I like that. I like that, Luke, from you, that where you're looking through that lens of training the dog that's in front of us, probably not the dog you want, yeah, which a lot of people fall into the trap of, where they go, the dog needs to achieve this certain thing. No, it doesn't. Train the dog that's fucking in front of you, right? And I learned that very quickly. Well, not very quickly, actually. No, I didn't. It took me a long time. But when I realized that I need to train the dog that's in front of me, fuck me, I got so much more patient. And I got such a much better relationship with the dog. Right. Fucking right, Jimpy, all right. Does she creep up when she's in or down? Yeah, sometimes. That's my fault. Am I bothered? Fucking no. Right? Can she catch? No. Am I bothered? No. Yeah. So, yeah, train the dog that's in front of us 100%. And you see that, you enjoy the dog a lot more. Yeah, exactly, mate. You know, says you know, you're always aware. You like this aware of other people. 100%, right? 100%. I would want that from a German Shepherd to be like, whoa, what's going on? Yeah. You know, you can. It's different dogs. Different dogs adapt to different situations, and they're different. And it goes down to the gene pool and environmental and all that type of stuff. But again, goes back to what Lou was saying there. We train the dog that's in front of us. If he doesn't like people, cool, fine. Like, or if he's not everyone's best mate, cool, fine. Unlike Winter for you guys. I don't know, she nearly wanted to come home with you. Fucking hasn't stopped. She's going to see you again next time. She's going to think best mate's coming around. Mm-hmm. So it is. It's one of those things, right? And again, so look, I think that's a great one. Look, success. Yeah, she really liked you. And again, yeah, Teddy's everyone's best friend, right? So you got look at this, guys. So you guys are two opposites. The dogs are two opposites in that spectrum, right? Where if it comes to it, you two could probably look at each other's dog and go, oh, I wish Chief did that. Oh, I wish Ted did that. But comparison is then the thief of joy, because then you don't enjoy the process, right? And we want to enjoy the process when it comes to training. But yeah, Ted definitely thinks everyone's friend. But that again, that's the retriever in him. That's the golden retriever. That's why we have that fucking saying, he's like a golden retriever. You know, the golden retriever boyfriend, that type of stuff, right? Just happy-go-lucky, just loving life. Nothing happens. Whereas Chief is like, well, fucking hell. Can't be. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Winter definitely. Hello, son. How you doing? Speaking of Mallies, one may have entered the chat. How you doing? So, in terms of obviously our topic here, look, say it in his voice, you do. What in Chief's voice, where he's like, where he thinks that everyone's happy, or you talk about Winter, which like, this is really good. Everything's really good, and I'm happy, but I gotta kill everything. Also, Kobe sounds like that as well, who has entered the chat. Gotta do it. Gotta do things. I'm a Mally. Although he's laid down, to be fair. Good boy. I think he's waiting for some loving. Is he waiting for his treat? He's just looking at you. Oh, Chief. It's Chief. Chief is always like that. I think every single dog that I do a voice of is always like that. I got what Chief is. I have to think about that. You have to voice note me so I can do it, so I can remember. I'm gonna put you on the spot. But oh no, Chief. I think Chief's like Chief's a little bit, just a bit weird. I'm like, you're doing a bit, because he's going through his teenage phase in this, so his voice ringing up and down. God, this live's gone a bit weird as this one. This has probably been the funniest and best one yet. the chief is the dopey one. Oh, you really put me on the spot here. But see, when we're in training sessions, bloody hell, we got to 6. When I'm in training sessions, they just fly out. No. Chief, it's really annoying me now, and I can't do Chief's voice, Chief's dopey voice. It'll come out eventually. Yeah, Winters is like, yeah, let's go do some things. Jimpy's like that. Oh, your dad. I'm really sorry that I'm here. That might also be Chiefy's as well. Yeah, let's do some bits. We haven't met Jimpy yet. We can't wait for that. Yeah, Jimpy. Unfortunately, I know chat's massive tonight. It's ace. You guys come again. Look at that 8. Fuck yeah, what's going on? Loving life. Yeah, Jimpy. Oh, guys, honestly, you'll love Jimpy. When I show you, if I turn her on and then turn her off, and you can see that switch, you'd be very, very surprised. I remember, not to fucking blow smoke up my ass, right? Because there's nothing. It's just probably my ignorance when it came to it. I was doing some training with Jimpy once, and she went fucking ballistic. She's there trying to kick the decoy's head in and everything else, right? And the trainer's really, really good, a good friend of mine, fucking fantastic, right? And I turned her off, told her enough, And I went over and I'm there, you know, she's just been biting this guy for like 10 minutes or something like that, right? Like snapping, hitting the end of the lead. Told her enough. And I went down, I gave her a big cuddle and a kiss and everything else. And he went, "What are you doing?" I said, "What do you mean?" He went, "I would not get anywhere close to my dog like that when she's just been working like that." I said, "Why? She's a little soft house." And she's a softie. But I can turn her off. You'll love her. Honestly, Jimpy's ace. You think Winter's nuts, right? When it comes to people, Jimpy, she likes to give you cuddles. She likes to bury her head into your shoulder. She's cool. She's ace. She's in season at the moment, so she's on not house arrest, but we're not throwing her into the deep end just yet. But yeah, you'll meet Jimpy 100%. And again, also on that, right? That used to be me, right? I used to be, no one can see my dogs. No one can say hello to my dogs. Yeah, we'll see. We'll get her out of season. We'll see what she's saying. She'll whisper in my ear if she wants to. Make sure you're not wearing shorts, or she'll probably scratch that pretty leg of yours up, mate. Don't want that artwork getting torn up, do we? But yeah, I used to be like, no, my dogs can't say hello to people at all. Like, no, they're my dogs, right? No, I just go fucking do it. But like as you guys saw as well, like when you saw Winter, as soon as I tell Winter to come away, she comes away. Right? And it goes up for what all you guys are saying as well and what you guys want. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll see we'll get Jimpy back tied. We'll put you in a chair first, so you're not getting too spooked from it. Hello, son. You coming up? Come on. You coming? No. I know where she gone. But yeah, Jimpy's cool. Jimpy's cool. But I think in all of this, right, it's really changed the way I see success and what I would see success is as my next dog as well. Maybe a Mallee, but bull herder, bit easier. I struggle with what to do when dogs come over to Ted. I'm not sure how to handle it sometimes. Right, so great little segue on terms of what happened to me earlier. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Carry on your water just like we do. Yeah. I had a dog. It wasn't actually a dog that rushed me, to be fair. Well, it's happened to me in the past. It was actually, I was with a client earlier today, and this golden retriever woman had no fucking control of it, couldn't call it away. The dog that I was working with can be reactive. And we gave all the fucking space, right? And which prompted this. What I do is if a dog comes over, you can see it's just fucking friendly and a bit rude, right? It's just going to sniff your dog's ass and all that type of stuff, right? Just carry on walking, right? That dog that's come over is going to get bored, right? It's going to be very uncomfortable for you guys because you may have to correct that behavior. You may have to tell him that, tell your dog, to stop it from spinning around, to have a look and all that type of stuff. Keep it engaged with you, using your terminal marker, bringing that attention back onto you, using your food, right? Being a bit more engaging and valuable, right? As soon as you've walked away and that dog's fucked off to someone else, right? Pay that dog, right? Because again, remember that being next to you is where that payment comes from, right? Where that safe zone and happy place is. If a dog comes up rushing over you, so fucking straight out like the woods or the trees or something like that, right? And you can't see the owner. What I do, and this can cause a bit of fallout, right? But what I would do is just shout at the top of my lungs, no, and you've got to be assertive with this and be a bit of authority, and then go move. And as you're walking over to the dog, that's going to stop a dog real quick and go, whoa, what's going on? I didn't expect that, right? And then from that, because you said no, but everyone's going to spin round, right? And you're going to find out whose dog this is, right? Straight away. And at that point, you go, can you put your dog on a lead, right? Oh, I'm sorry, mate, it's friendly. Don't give a shit, right? Mine's on a lead. You've still controlled that situation. Yeah? Good boy, Codes. So you still control that situation. Because you control that situation, your dog hasn't felt like it has to control that situation. So you do it. So the dog's going to go, fuck me, you can deal with that then. Yeah, which is what we want it to do. Obviously, if it's a fucking crazy ass dog that, that's in the area that starts to kick off at everyone and has a bite history or all that type of shit, fucking 180 that and get out of there, right? Don't fucking start fucking challenging dogs, right? You can see it's like just a little fucking shih tzu coming over to you and maybe it's fucking barking at a distance. Just fucking say no. Chances are it's going to fuck off somewhere else, right? That's what I do. And I've done it in the past, 100%. I've done it in the past where dogs have come over, right? And I felt a bit harsh afterwards, but I've just advocated for my dogs, right? Because I don't know what the fucking intentions are of this dog. Yeah. Ted's been spooked a few times by dogs barking at him this week. He seemed very frightened a couple of times. Could be a fear period, right? Depending on who you ask, depending on where you read it, it can be a fear period, right? When, especially at this time, you got to think loads of hormones kicking in and all that type of stuff. It can happen, right? I've seen it a couple of times with some dogs. What I would do is just carry on, bring back that engagement and that food, that terminal marker with you. Bring a bit of distance if you need to help with that situation. We don't want to pander to it, but what we want to do is be able to walk, carry on what we're doing, and for him to go, oh, well, if I don't react, nothing really happens. Does that make sense? So he's not then getting a positive or a negative from that. Yeah. So you're not making it valuable either way. So in that sense, the negative being we're making it a big deal, or the positive being him potentially reacting and pushing that dog away. And he goes, that's how we deal with this situation when I feel like that. You keep control of that, keep control of Ted, and carry on your walk as you normally would do. When you get past that and you see him relax, yes, pay him. Right? Because again, we want to pay after a situation, in that scenario, pay after it, because then you're paying for the calm behavior. You're not paying him when he's perpendicular to that dog and then he switches his focus again. He breaks his heel position quite often when it happens and struggle to bring him back a bit after that. So spicy game, play the spicy game with him. So if he breaks his heel because he's focused on something else, you would turn yourself, do the nags on the lead to bring him back into you. When he gets paid, right? Don't allow, or we don't want him to allow his head to run away with him, because at that point he's probably getting like blinkered and looking at the dog and what the fuck's going on, right? And he's checked out from you, and you're his tether, his guidance, yeah? So from there, you play the spicy game, you get his attention, you pay him, you spin back round, right? I've done another YouTube video on this, like the spiral, right? Spin back round, go back towards the dog. Chances are you get a bit closer. Does it again, spicy game, bring back round. And you just have this spiral until you get to or close to the dog, right? So I've done, like I said, there's a video on my YouTube. Look, I'm fucking using YouTube like a library, right? I've done a YouTube video on that, on like the spiral. Thanks, son. What you got? What you got, son? Kobe's got his ball. He's been taught to be quiet, but he doesn't need to be quiet because this is alive. This is real life, isn't it? Right? Isn't that right, son? Yeah. I spin around and show it, but he's like, hey, son. Hey, big boy. Eat a baby. See, look, I'm a daft ass. I'm a soft ass with my dogs. Right? Yeah, 100% Luke is blinking by that dog, so you want to snap it out of him. You don't want to correct him for it. You don't want to fucking tell him off, because that's not what we want to do. Just play the spicy game. Yeah? You play that spicy game, he goes, whoa, I need to be back with mum and dad because I get paid for being next to you. Remember, the pressure happens externally. Yeah? Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Yeah? And again, I've done a reel on this with Kobe, right? Where you play the reactivity game, right? I think I might actually have to do a few videos on these just to really, explain my point a little bit more. Not for you guys in particular, but I think I've been thinking about this for a long time. I think I need to really deep dive back into it, make it a bit clearer for YouTube, for the tube, right? Where you can want to flex it, pressure happens externally, we use it an e-collar for code, he comes back, gets play. All right, what I'll try and do then, let me make a note. So we need spicy game video. Guys, open floor. I mean, this is the fucking longest live we've ever done, which I'm fucking happy with. Right? Open floor. Anything else you want to talk about? Good, bad, ugly. Don't have to be fucking dog related. Could be anything. I don't know. Just talk to me about your tattoos, and Luke, talk to me about, I don't know. What do you put job anyway? That's what I want to know, because you've been nice the other day. I'm just being nosy now. You know what I do? I don't fucking talk. I don't fucking stop. I don't shut up. That's what I do. What we're doing long form. Spicy game. reactivity game. They cost a fortune and hurt. Yeah, mate, I can't wait to start my leg. I think I want my chest doing, but I want my leg doing as well. I've got my other leg done. I've got a couple, but I want to start my leg. It's just one piece, big phoenix, loads of colour. Been saying about it for years. I think this year I'm going to get it done. Oh, fuck you, Luke. Fucking smart ass. Not very boy, mate. Fucking software development. I mean, I'm in IT anyway, but yeah, you're fucking earning mega bucks and being fucking smart and shit. I'm just like passing tickets to you at this rate, I think. Yeah, some. Guy was being really well behaved because he's like, Dad's on a call and we can't do anything. I know. So if I don't do anything, it's fine. I can't have my squeakers. I can't have my squeaky ball. No, mate, we're watching the floor. Oh, look at that. We're on 9 anyway. Sorry, ADHD brain kicked in. 9 viewers. Hi, guys. Welcome. We're here every Sunday. But again, look at that. Community. We're bringing the community in. Well, actually, funny to say that. Keep an eye out. I might be building a little private community for you guys to get in. Again, a bit of a library as well coming through with regards to, instead of just the Google Docs that I send over to you and the Google links, I might do it as a full library that you have access to. Big things are coming this year. And it's only been January. So yeah, it should be good. Says, what's DR? Even I don't know what DR is. Is it development stuff? Got community. We're having fun. We're having fun here today on the live. Oh, 10 people. Oh, disaster recruit. All right, you're letting on more than what you let on in our training. Look at you guys. I mean, yeah, to a degree, but I'm more of a dog nerd than anything else. Much rather. I said, maybe got to double figures and then they dropped. It's because I said hello. Scared them away. That's a very good point. That's a very, very good point. Yes. Okay. That's a very good point. Although you could have had me fooled there. You could have had me fooled, right? Yeah, I'm a computer nerd, but only because means to an end, innit? I'm more of a dog nerd. I can bore you about that shit and blag your head. Oh, hi, Aaron, mate. How are you? Cheers, my mate. Good to see you. Good to see you. Aaron's got a good dog. He came to us. He's Otis. Real good. Done really, really well with it. I shift bricks and blocks for a living. I'm not saying anything, mate. You're bigger than I am. I can't fight too well. Shift bricks and blocks for a living. No, not at all, mate. Not at all. Oh, dietitian. Oh, well, we'll be exploring that a little bit. Interesting jobs. Look at this. We've all got interesting jobs. Yeah, that's it. Come on, you've got to say it now. Luke's sort of throwing you under the bus. Share to the community. That's the one. Share to the community. Go on. Give in to peer pressure. I could have said something then, but I'm probably not going to say it. Try and keep it somewhat decent. Oh, would you? Not one of them, are you? Now I'm interested. Now I'm a nosy bitch. I don't know. Would that be interesting? I don't know. I've got some friends that are coppers. Yeah, HMRC might be a good one, to be fair. Yeah, I've got some friends that are coppers. That's not that good. Just you only earn minimum wage, mate? Is that what it is? Oh no, your laptop's gonna die. We've got 30%. We have to wrap it up soon, guys. But we can pick this up next week if we need to. I'm not a copper or work for HMRC. That's exactly what I'm going to earn. Strange, that, isn't it? Strange how that happens. She's a spy. I know they got a job at MI5. Is it MI5? Is that the actual one? That's the actual one, isn't it? Or is it MI6? No, MI5. MI5 is the actual one. Yeah, got an interview with them once. Didn't get a second interview though. I know, shocking. Mate, how can you live on that? How can you live on that? Do you know what I mean? John Matt Armstrong says that he does that. Don't know who Matt Armstrong is. He's a very good YouTuber at the moment. Fixes cars. Just for a laugh. I was in the Signals. I was in the Royal Signals for 6 years. So joined at 19, came out just under 6 years. I came out just shy of 25. Did some good shit. Wish I did more, but it is what it is. You know, struggled when I came out. Fucking love my life now. Get another year or so, be loving my life even more. Getting people like you coming through the doors. Fucking helping cool dogs do some cool shit. So Signals, when I was there, I was a communications engineer. So basically, I made sure that the rest of the battle group, so which like the infantry and all that type of good shit, all the cool dudes were there doing fucking fire maneuvers and fucking shooting at the enemy. They had radios, so I made sure they could talk to each other, right? And then my whole part was, so imagine it like the internet to a degree, but like a closed system, not as big. I made sure that that was set up for effectively like the army, the group that I was in. Yeah, so I drove around in like a big truck and it had all the equipment on the back. Yeah, that was it, really. It's pretty boring, really. But yeah, and then I made sure that all worked and good shit. But yeah, bombing around Salisbury Plain in a big man truck at 2 a.m, nothing but like combats on and your boots, just because it was middle of summer. And there with your mug of tea, your ace, and your rifle strapped at the door. You were good. That was an exercise as well. That was, it's fine. It wasn't, fucking Salisbury wasn't getting invaded. I hope. Cheers, mate. It's all right. Look, that's the thing, right? People come out of the army and they do two things. They either become a personal trainer or become a dog trainer, right? The amount of people that I know that have come out of the army and are now a dog trainer. It's cool, though. Oh, do I come across already? Oh, a lot of people say that's like, I can tell you're ex-forces. I'm like, fuck. Can you? Shit. Should have seen me when I shaved my head and I had no hair before I bought this. Cheers, look. That's all right, mate. I didn't do shit. Wanted to. Didn't do fucking shit. Hence why I came out. Oh, Kobe's asleep now. Right, guys, unfortunately, I am going to have to love you and leave you because my laptop is going to die. And I don't know how long it's going to survive, and I don't want to cut you off. Respect to Chris, my brother has friends who have left forces and have struggled to move on. You're doing well, and yes, I could tell. Great, thanks. I mean, I hope it's a good thing. To be fair, most of the time I do say sorry. I swear a lot. I am ex-forces, so that might also be why. Because some people get offended, especially if you use the C word. Just letting you know. And I think on that note, the tiredness has kicked in from this weekend. I think I might cut it short. The way I walked, strong gait. I've got a strong gait. Oh, it might be the knees breaking and buckling and the back issues. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for everyone else who have joined. This is obviously going to be up anyway. So if you do want to fucking rewatch it, but I've had a fucking cracking night. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys are the ones that make it. Come again on next Sunday. Fuck knows what we'll talk about. I'm sure there'll be something cool. But again, if you've got any ideas, just fucking ping me a message or in our chats on our sessions go, can you cover this? And I'll fucking do it. Yeah. But obviously this is for you guys as well. So, I don't know, bring your mates along, bring your nan along, bring your neighbor along, right? Do whatever you need to do, put them in an headlock to watch it with you, whatever, but bring them over. Obviously, again, just a quick one as well before we do leave. Remember, you guys, fucking any referrals that say that you fucking sent them, you get some money back. Fucking, how cool's that? Yeah, I want to give back to you guys as much as possible. Have a great night, guys. I really do appreciate it. And thanks so much. I will see you when I see you next week. Have a good one. See you soon. Bye. 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 Bye.